Good day, I'm Pastor Phil, and we're here in the basement of the parsonage where I live, where it looks like I missed a cobweb right there. There, we'll do this. As some of you may know, here in the last little bit, my son got sick. On Monday, he came home from school complaining of not feeling good. He was complaining of a headache. He was lethargic. He was started running a fever that evening, and several other things. And Tuesday we kept him home. Wednesday, there was no school. And Wednesday, we contacted our doctor's office, and the discussion revolved around whether he had the COVID virus or not. It appears that he does. So we have quarantined for 2 weeks as a result of this. Now, the reason why I'm producing this video is to assure you of one thing and then to let you know what we're going to do on the other. The first thing is to assure you that the office of the pastoral ministry is going to more or less go on relatively unhindered. I don't have to be in my office to do a lot of my work. So morning meditations are still going to be going out. They didn't this morning because I was dealing with a bunch of other stuff yesterday. Worship services are going to continue on. We'll talk about that here in a second. Everything else that would, in theory, be regularly done is still going to be able to be done. I'll put my email address attached at the end of this. If you have my cell phone number, you can still contact me by way of that. I personally feel fine. I have a little bit of a headache, but it's November in Iowa, and I think I've had a headache in November in Iowa for the 3 years I've lived here. So that and ibuprofen, Tylenol, sinus medication takes care of it. So I am healthy to this point. Heather, Lily are both doing fine, but because of David's sickness, we're here. If you need to speak to me, I am still functional. I have the intention of continuing on and getting messages written and Bible studies prepared and that kind of thing, due to the ability of technology to facilitate all of these things. Even up to that point, I led Mary Martha Society in a Bible class last night from my basement. That because these things were going on and we were working through the initial details, I led Mary Martha in a devotion or in a Bible study rather last night from my basement via FaceTime. So the ministry of the church is going to continue on. Worship is going to be a little bit different. The paradigm and pattern that we're going to be following for the next 2 weeks, so the 8th and the 15th, will be online worship. It's going to follow exactly what occurred back in, March, April, and May, when we were shut down due to the COVID virus then. That we'll just go to the same kind of pattern for the next 2 weeks. That we'll have the bulletin with the sermon attached to it available for you. I'm going to record the worship service and then upload it. It should be available on Sunday around 10 o'clock. I might make it available on YouTube earlier than that. So you have that opportunity to continue on in worship. My intention at this point, because I feel okay, is to probably use one of the sanctuaries for the worship service itself instead of creating a backdrop here at the parsonage. If you're not keen on that, leave a message below and we'll work around what makes you comfortable or uncomfortable. As I understand it from the deacons at this current moment, they don't necessarily have an issue with that because I am not displaying any symptomology that would suggest that I am sick or infected. So that is kind of what we're expecting to do at this point. It'll probably just be me to maintain care and safety there, and we know that the virus can't live outside of a host for so many days. So if my thought is, if I were to go Saturday, record the service, the message, and upload it on Sunday. By the time anybody would probably be in the sanctuary again, the virus would have died. So that's the thought that we're working with right now. So for the next 2 weeks, online worship, I'll leave my email address attached to the end of this video so that if you need to get a hold of me, you definitely can do it by email. If you have my cell phone number, feel free to call or text if necessary, if you need anything. The work of the church is continuing on. I have said before that I find great joy in knowing that the church moves forward no matter what occurs, that God blesses his bride and she's empowered with everything that goes on. And because of that, and with the gifts that we have in technology nowadays, realistically, there shouldn't be that big of a problem. So we're just going to continue on for the next 2 weeks. That's where everything is at. I pray that God blesses you, and I pray that God provides everything you need. Keep me and my family in your prayers as we're going to be in close quarters with each other for the next couple weeks. I pray that God blesses you. I look forward to seeing you again, and until then, I'll see you here. Have a good one.